The duo. I mean, this had to have been kind of a match made in heaven. You guys looked like you had so much fun.
Kind of was. It was made in heaven. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was endlessly fun.
Did you
It
ever?
was sort of devastating when it ended. Do you remember how much I cried when this movie
Did you?
ended. I cried so hard.
What was the last day of shooting then?
We shot the last scene.
The last scene of the movie was the very last day.
Where we're all
that
like
we were
gussied
shooting.
up in like posh clothes.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then we all had a tequila together and we played Frank Sinatra and everyone cried.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it was
really
that kind of
sad. It was
experience.
really
Jungle
sad.
Cruise was a really special. The movie itself, right,
Right.
just based on what it's based on.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of pressure, but
Yeah.
this one came together. Everyone was amazing, and everyone became great friends.
It was
and
so warm and
yeah.
joyful, and it was made in the spirit of. I think we all felt so nostalgic about making it because it's so like Indiana Jones or Romancing Stone, those movies you grew up watching, and
Yes.
it's kind of emblematic of those films. So it just felt
It's
special.
the best time, man.
Could you ever have imagined when you were in auditions for Scorpion King, and you in sweatpants for The Devil Wears Prada,
Yeah.
Wow.
that you would be able to sit in these seats, right? Helming this kind of, I'm gonna say franchise.
Wow,
Right?
okay.
Really, for this mega company. I mean, could you have ever imagined this would
Never.
be how it would go for you?
Never. I mean, I never. I've always felt that. Certainly, my journey on the business has never been anything meteoric. It's been this sort of slow and steady thing, and this unveiling of what it's become now. And no, and I still disassociate from. It's so big. It's like hard for me to wrap my head around something of this scale.
Yeah, and when you think about it, you know, you said it's in 1955 when Disneyland opened, this was Walt Disney's baby. Jungle Cruise, as a matter of fact, he was the first skipper of Jungle Cruise when the park opened, and the people didn't even know it was Walt Disney.
He
but
was so
driving
much
the boat.
funnier than you.
So yes, everyone is funnier than you, though. Okay,
God, he
I was
he
in the
was-
middle of
he
telling
was
a really
a
important
wreck,
story.
let me tell you that
Jesus,
much.
he's turning in his grave right now.
Well, those-
you cast who in my movie?
I mean, the dad jokes were
Awful. Tell him how much I hated them.
She hated the
Stop.
puns, but the puns are part of the ride.
I know. I was trying to cut the puns, and they were like, "Emily, it's the thing." I went, "What do you mean?"
She hated
What
them.
do you
All right,
mean?
I'm gonna give you one right now. I'm
Okay,
gonna give you
okay,
one.
okay,
Listen,
okay.
so if we were driving in a boat right now, and
Right.
there's toucans right there. You see them. Listen, there's toucans over there, and they're wrestling, but only two can play.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, with the gun
Huh?
wink, with the pistol wink.
Look
Nothing.
at my face.
You got
It's a
nothing.
joyless
from Emily.
experience
Nothing.
listening to puns.
Okay, wait. So maybe
And it's
this
also the
one-
way he does it, but I mean,
With
he does
confidence.
such-
I
such
mean, in a
confidence.
wink and the pistol. The
Yeah,
Boom.
the whole thing.
Right? Okay, wait. So speaking of meteoric, like Black Adam, I feel like is gonna be one of those like incredible rides.
Yeah.
We've already seen you kind of ripped up, ready for the role, and it made me wonder how in this movie Emily ended up doing all the heavy lifting when it came to like the stunts and stuff.
He
like,
was in such bad shape for this movie.
Was it?
Oh my
Is that
God.
what it was?
He was.
I mean,
he
you
was-
you
was.
fought a
he was in
cat.
I let
such bad
myself
shape.
go.
Yeah, you really let it go.
That's all.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
care. Didn't give. Didn't care. Emily Blunt, Jungle Cruise didn't matter.
Yeah.
But I was actually training for Black Adam.
No,
Or
you
no,
weren't.
I was
Not when we did Jungle Cruise.
Oh, that's
when we
right,
did Jungle
that's
Cruise,
right.
I was like, "Can you do some push-ups?" Like,
Just a couple.
This is why I covered up
Yeah.
completely. Long sleeves, hat,
beer belly.
your beer belly, multiple layers.
Not the beer belly.
Do you know what was cool though? I think for you as well, you said when you had your fitting for this, they wanted to cover up everything. Like,
That was important.
yeah, to play Frank is like, it's a period piece, it's like
Yeah.
a departure, and to be different, to transform is like what
Yes.
you will look for as an actor, and I think you wanted to do that. Big
I did, yeah, and we talked about that. She had actually asked me, like, what are you going to wear? And I said, well, because we wanted to make sure that our costumes were aligned, I said I'm going to be completely covered, and I like to transform in a way in 1917 when the movie takes place.
I mean,
So-
it was a lot of fun to watch. The Black Adam thing, though, I think is going to be next level as
Yeah.
well.
I hope so. We'll see.
People have been talking a long time about the short shorts, and Milo Ventimiglia got the I think all the credit, right?
I'm so blind. Can
That's-
you bring that a little closer?
Yep, I got you.
Look at that.
That's Milo.
those
That's
shorts.
Milo. But hold on,
Confident.
look at your boy.
No, but you just pulled those up, haven't you? Are you wearing knickers?
How inappropriate is that?
Daisy Duke.
All right.
Daisy Duke right there.
He's black and I'm half black. Don't say
That's how we say it in England.
He's a dude.
That's how we say it in England.
You said-
right?
Say.
Wow. We're
Is
gonna
he
talk.
wet?
We'll talk. I'm gonna talk to her
That
after
is
this.
terrible. That is awful.
Listen, I was on your Instagram, I think earlier today, and I saw this episode of the oatmeal. I'm gonna call it the oatmeal incident. And you seem to handle
Oh,
with
talking about with Tia.
With the
Jackson.
girls.
the girls. You seem to handle like the father role. I can't imagine you getting ever like really upset. But when they throw a tantrum,
Do you ever
I
get
don't,
upset?
man.
Do you?
Not really. Not with my girls. It's just different, you know.
If they're throwing a wobbly, are
like
you
like crazy.
But they've been crazy before. You know,
Yeah.
and she knows my girls. We both have girls. You know, basically the same age. But but no, I don't. You know,
Yeah.
earlier in my life I had intensity issues, but not with my babies. No, so you remember that, right? Where they were throwing
It was
oatmeal
so cute.
everywhere. and,
So cute, Daddy. Look,
Cute.
Daddy, look, watch, and I'm like, that's it, make a mess.
make a mess.
That's what life is, you know.
Man, hours that must have been. Hours.
Hours, but that's what they do, you know.
Man.
And I've already gone you know, she knows I have a teenage daughter who's 19, so I had her when I was in my late 20s, where I was still trying to figure my life out, and I thought you know, as us dudes, we think we know everything in our 20s, we don't know. A lot of us still don't. It takes us time, right? So I know what it's like to be on the road and be super busy, and not be home every day. So
Right.
when I'm home now every day with my babies, it's whatever you want to do.
Whatever, and if it's oatmeal, slime,
They're
whatever.
too cute as well to get mad at.
I mean,
Yes.
So cute.
the cutest. The kiss in this movie, the heat.
Yeah, dream come true for her.
The
Sure.
Yeah.
said,
Sure,
with,
yeah.
said with the hardest
no.
eye roll.
Hardest.
Sure.
Right.
The
I was
leading,
like,
the
I
leading men who
literally-
she has kissed.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I literally had to turn to Jama, the director. I was like, "How many of these do you need? Like, can we get it in one?
Please
Can we
tell
get it
me.
in one?"
Please tell me after the one you like. There's a laugh. Because
We did
Oh,
laugh
it's just
always.
stupid.
I had to
Yes.
get drunk for it.
Wow. I had to get high for it. How about that? Okay.
Do you know what was funny is when we did do the kiss at the end, Jack's in the middle of it.
Oh, it's so
And do you remember
funny.
Jack being like, ooh, and we were like, Jack, come on.
The
stop
oohs
it."
and the ahs.
Yeah, he was
Oohs
like,
and the
"Ooh,
ahs,
ooh,
yes.
ooh, ooh."
Oh.
Jack White.
I love.
But by the way,
so
I mean,
funny.
that's what our shooting days were like every day.
The way to be.
Yeah.
The way to be, man.
This is my last question to you,
Okay.
Emily. Tell me.
Oh.
Come on, you've had plenty of airtime, right?
I'm curious about the audition for Devil Wears Prada in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I have read that you were in sweatpants,
Yes.
almost bombed the interview,
Yes.
the audition.
Yes.
What do you remember about the process?
I remember I was in LA for like the dreaded pilot season, which was
Right.
so terrifying. And then I went in to meet the studio for another film, and I was racing to the airport, and they said, you know, while you're here, do you want to read for this movie, The Devil Wears Prada? And I said, yeah, sure. And they just handed me the sides, and I was dressed like in sweatpants, and I read it, and she was supposed to be American. I said, well, maybe I'll just play her British because she's such an imperious sort of character.
Right.
So I just played her how I thought would be funny, and then when I got back to London, I was in a very seedy nightclub. I know, can you believe it?
Of course you were.
And literally, I got a call from the director, and it was literally like, and he was like, Emily, it's David Frankel.
Oh my God.
And he said, could you do it again? He said, I would like to cast you, but can you do it again? But can you kind of dress the part? And I was like, yes.
I can do that.
So I put on something. I didn't really have anything that posh in my wardrobe, but I put on something. And
But isn't that cool that you bring that up, though? I thank you for bringing that up, because I've always said that it was when I saw Prada that was what made me take notice of Emily and her acting, and what actually made me start to follow her and always pay attention when she was on talk shows and things like that to get a
Stalker.
I stalked.
Stalker.
But for an iconic movie like that, it's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool history to know.
Yeah.
You know, it's also cool how professional she was in sweatpants. Anyway, go ahead.
Could DJ survive the Quiet Place universe?
Never.
I didn't think so.
Come on.
He's too
What?
heavy-footed.
What are you talking about? I would kill all of them, including this one. You go too. I keep the kids. Just
He's
keep
like
the kids.
lumbering around.
And I keep
You're
John.
like,
John lives.
yeah. This one doesn't know how to tiptoe. Come on.